is cooking now.
All right, last but not least, man, we are live and we're here for another She-Hulk episode 2 raw real review on the Shef pod with Sims and Miss M. Miss M, how you doing? How you feeling on this lovely and wonderful day?
I'm good. I'm feeling pretty good today. How are you?
I'm doing really, really good, man. We got another episode of She-Hulk down, and man, I feel like this episode, like, it literally, like, ended faster than it started.
It really did.
I was kind of, like, I'm not gonna lie, I seen the timer before we went in, but I was like, you know, maybe it won't feel like 30 minutes. It felt like 15. Like, it just blew by the whole episode.
Seriously, I just started to get comfortable, and I was like,
God.
oh my god, it's over.
But it was good nonetheless, and we're gonna break it down, you know, we're gonna talk about it. Our favorite moments, what we think so far of the show, all the week's latest and greatest events. And yeah, we go kick it like that. Shout out to everybody for tuning into the stream. Shout out to all the subscribers. We're at 18, you say? Just 18 subscribers, man. We're rising and we're growing at a crazy rate. So I just want to say thank you to all the supporters, the viewers, the watchers, the likers, all the people that play a very important role in this wonderful community that we're building. And I'm eternally grateful. And then let's keep growing, all right? Let's keep growing. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you guys here, but I'm happy and I'm excited. But we here, and we're gonna break down She-Hulk episode 2. And it's crazy because, like, I feel like some of our theories are like paying off from what we said on the first episode. Like on the first episode, like I remember I was saying a lot of the Hulk stuff, you know, and he's like, I don't know what was it. It was the end of the episode where he was on the spaceship.
No, it was at the beginning.
It was at the beginning.
She calls him and she's not asking, she's basically telling him she's gonna take the job.
Yeah, she's gonna take the job, yeah. How did you feel like about like just the whole unraveling of like this episode versus the first one?
I like the first one. I think I like the length of the first one. It felt like we got more out of the episode because you got the training montage. They were spending time together. You figured out what happened to her. Cheers to you too. You just got more out of the episode, I feel like. But I don't know. This one just felt really quick. I mean, it's 30 minutes, and I was telling you, like a regular sitcom when we were kids, you know, it's a 30-minute show, but about 10 minutes of that is ads or commercials at the time, you know. Yeah. So this is a straight up 30 minutes, and it still only felt like the 15-20 minutes we used to get. It really did. But I don't know. It was a good episode. I like some things about it, but it was just very underwhelming, unfortunately. Yeah. And I feel like last week's episode was good, and I think you said this too, that they could have dropped both, and I think it would have been fine.
Definitely.
But
they definitely could have dropped 1 and 2 back to back. But I'm thinking, and this is my theory. We talked about this behind the scenes. Our theory is this is lining up directly with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Like, we don't know if it's gonna happen, you know, excuse me, during the same time, but it's definitely, I feel like it's lining up with the whole like Black Panther release. And it's crazy that the show is gonna take us all the way like through like Halloween, pretty much.
Oh, like the release of the episodes and stuff. Yeah, I thought you meant it was gonna tie into Black Panther.
Yeah.
It's like,
but with these episodes, is this enough? Is this enough to keep our attention like week to week? I don't know, because for me, like, the episode was great, but it was just, and we're gonna break it down scene by scene, but it just felt like, I'm really, like, they got 9 episodes. I don't know. Yeah, WandaVision actually got 9 episodes.
Oh, it did, huh?
Yeah. And you felt like with WandaVision, every episode was really, like, very impactful.
It was.
For this one, it was short, and, like, it could have been, like, you know, I don't know. It could have been longer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, looking back at it, it told a good amount of story. It's just, it felt kind of slow. I didn't think if she's going to be doing a bunch of different cases, I don't know, maybe it was weird to think that would be one case an episode, I guess. But, I mean, the Abomination one, I'm like, it feels a little slow. I thought we'd have seen Wong in this episode. I don't see why we couldn't have, because, I mean, she already went and met with him. So I don't know. I don't know if the editing maybe might have been a little off. We could be just saying this now, and then, you know, next week we get an hour episode. Yeah. What if Marvel throws it at us like that? I wouldn't be mad, but it would just depend on the, you know, how the episode goes. But this one just felt a little short to me. Still liked it though. I liked the content of it. I had some favorite scenes. So
still was a good episode, good quality episode.
Exactly.
I didn't think we were gonna see Bruce anymore.
A lot of people didn't.
Like, I thought we were gonna see him more at the end, but I definitely think this is the last time we see him for a minute.
I mean, you know, he's kind of out of reach.
This man like did a super big post credit at the end. Like, bro, you can't drop this kind of post credit yet.
I was gonna say, could you consider is that a start credit? Because I know they've had mid credits, right, and post credits, but is that a start credit?
It could be easily.
That could kind of potentially be, like you said, it could set up for what is it? Not War Hulk. What is it called?
Like World War Hulk or like
Hulk.
Planet Hulk or something like that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see something like that happening with what just happened.
Yeah, or even him in that story. I assume Wolverine can go at him. If they
Yeah. Hulk versus Wolverine. They said there were a lot of Wolverine Easter eggs in here.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it the first time, honestly.
I didn't either.
Like when she was looking for a job. So apparently, in one of the articles in the show, there's like a little memo on the side that says like Metal Claw Man fights in a bar, and everybody knows who has metal claws. You know, it's Wolverine. Mm-hmm. So they're kind of doing some connecting, which we've been asking for forever. You know, with Marvel, and you know, hey, we can't complain. Honestly, we can't complain.
JP88 says he's about to watch it tonight.
Hey, it's pretty good so far, bro. It's pretty good so far. Appreciate you for tuning in, my guy. Pretty good so far. I love what we're seeing so far, and this kind of, I don't know, this kind of makes me want like an alternate show. Do you think we're gonna get to a point where there's like two shows at once?
What kind of show?
Like two different Marvel shows like playing at once.
Not breaking up the She-Hulk show. You mean like having WandaVision and She-Hulk at the same time?
Yeah. Do you think we get to a point where they're like?
I don't think so, because if you did two different timelines, that would kind of get confusing, especially to the average, I think, Marvel fan. Damn. The only way I think it actually could be kind of cool is if you told the same show from two different perspectives. You know, and like the same event happens, maybe it's like, you know, say for example, if we use Bruce Banner and She-Hulk, the first episode can be that you see on Tuesday night can be his version of the events, and then Wednesday night can be her version of the events.
Wow, Marvel cut the check.
Yeah, I mean that's a creative way to be able to do it. That's the only way I could see you doing a double show at once.
It is the MCU, and everything has to be connected.
Right?
You
it's
know.
all connected.
Did you feel justified that she got fired for a job for?
No, but I can 100% seeing it happen.
Because you're the lawyer, you know. Everybody knows. If you guys don't know, Miss Sims, the lawyer in the multiverse, you know.
If I wasn't a creative, I would have gone to law school for sure.
Yeah. So, as a lawyer reacts, or multiversal lawyer reacts. Like, was that justified for her to lose her job, like because of that?
Not justified, was it? I mean, technically she did lose them the case, and it's kind of a PR liability for the firm. I mean, she did the right thing human-wise, and I'm glad he made sure to tell her that, because I knew that's something that's going to weigh on her conscience. You know, she's going to think about that aspect of it too. So I'm glad they said that. He's not saying that you did wrong, but because of what you did and because of the PR it's generating, which obviously we know about that, the PR that it's generating is bad for the company, and you know you lost our client. Like our client, we got a mistrial because of it. So, you know, I don't know if that in the real world would have necessarily warranted a firing, but obviously in the real world, somebody's not going to get fired because they're She-Hulk. You know, in our world. Yeah. But the PR part of it, kind of. I guess I can see them doing it. It doesn't make it okay though. But yeah, I can see it.
That's sad, man. Whoever thought you'd see a Hulk down bad looking for a job?
Right? Nobody. And that whole scene, the montage too, where she's doing the job interviews, you just see it get bleaker and bleaker, like in the places she's interviewing at. Yeah.
That's a great, like, little, like, Easter egg they did, or just whatever.
Right?
I will say, honestly, I feel like there were moments for me where, and I finally, I'm not trying to complain about something, but it feels like I kind of want the show to, like, come out later so they could really, like, fine-tune the CGI. In certain parts. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like the Hulk CGI is so perfect. But it's like, I feel like with She-Hulk, they're trying to figure it out still. Like, it's not consistent. Like, there's not a consistent, like...
You mean when she's green?
Yeah.
Isn't it an actor, the Olympic actress or something? Like, it's a whole different person? They put CGI of the real actress on her face, though?
So they CGI Jennifer Walters' face to the 6'7" girl.
Oh, okay.
Whatever she is, 7'11" girl. Yeah. However tall she is. But I'm just saying for like the face and stuff. Like it feels like they're trying to figure out what's the most consistent like face. Like it just feels like for me the CGI is like very good, and it's like it's normal. and then it's like, you know, it's not consistent.
Do you think it's because they've had a lot more time to work with what's Professor Banner CGI?
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo, yeah.
What, since Avengers?
Yeah.
Was he Professor Hulk before that?
I mean, he kind of looked like him, but more and more he started to look like him because like Banner has got more and more control. So like that's why it shows. Like,
no more puny Banner, right?
Yeah.
The evolution of Banner.
I don't know. I mean, it's not bad, but just for me, I don't know if I'm nitpicking something. Like I feel like the CGI, like definitely could be just more consistent. Not even better, but just consistent.
Yeah.
Like I want a consistent look for She-Hulk. Like I don't know, certain scenes make her look very different. Like her and Son CGI looks completely different from her and the Bar CGI.
That was a problem in Moon Knight too. Remember with Khonshu when he was in the date, but his was kind of the opposite. He looked badass at night, and then during the day you're like, ooh, that's a little rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So interesting.
Yo, Marvel, cut the bag, spend the bag on that CGI, the VFX, man. Hey,
hopefully now going forward, I think now that
a lot of
delays,
the pandemic, like had to ship a lot of stuff. So I think we are seeing the best of what Marvel has to offer. So
starting to at least,
just minor critiques, little feedback from the fans. Mm-hmm. But so you said it was justified. I just wanted to know, like, just your lawyer perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it personally, but I can see why they would. That's all I'm saying. But as the episode started, I thought it was cool though that she gets like cheered for what she did. Unfortunately, before she gets fired, she gets cheered on by that whole bar, and she's on TV, and it's kind of like a cool thing. Yeah. I love the whole scene too. I mean, she's just throwing back drinks like she knows. Okay, I gotta drink a whole lot to catch up, and so you see her doing it, and I was wondering the whole time too, like, oh. Okay, people aren't gonna like question or whatever. She'll be fine, I guess, staying in this form. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, when she transforms back, she like falls over, and I'm like, what the hell? I just thought it was because she went from big to small in the chair. She's just drunk. Yeah. Like her body doesn't metabolize it the same way with the gamma eating it up, I guess. So. Yeah. I don't know, like the scenes like that. Like I do love the comedy in the show.
Yeah, the comedy is actually pretty good.
It's entertaining. Yeah. And I like, her paralegal / best friend. She's funny too. She adds a lot. But I just, the scenes like that, I thought they did really, really well with. What do you think?
Yeah. I think Marvel has done a really great job at finding, like, the side people. Like, we commend them, like, on the Tom Hollands, the Tony Starks, the Captain Americas. But the friends have been amazing.
Ned and Zendaya.
Yeah. Like, because we didn't even recognize... the girl from Everywhere, Everything, All at Once.
Oh, Jobu Tupaki.
Yeah, her, that girl.
She was in Shang-Chi.
Let's find it, whatever her name is.
Well, that's the movie. I don't know.
Yeah, she was in. I didn't realize it was her.
Yeah,
but like,
either.
Even at the end, their little scene together, they were like good, like side, like friends, like.
They do. They've done a good
Darcy.
job. Darcy. Yeah. Even
Jimmy Choo.
The main. Well, I guess she's a main friend. What's her name? Awkwafina. She's a friend. She's a main friend, I guess. She went on all the adventures.
Like, shout out to the friend department. Finding these really good friends, like for the movies and stuff and the shows. Like, they're doing like, you're seeing like different friendships, and it's like it's kind of beautiful. It really is.
Bucky.
Yeah. Bucky. Yeah. Man. So I'm saying they're I like the storytelling with Marvel is like really like. It's kind of almost like you don't see the same story twice in a way.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they have so many different stories to tell.
That is true. I like how the storytelling is kind of continuing over too. I mean, for a while we were seeing a bunch of like individual shows that weren't crossing over, didn't really make sense, and all of that. But I mean, I'm so glad She-Hulk has really done such a good job of, I feel like, tying things in. Like even in the bar when she's talking about, I don't want to be a superhero. I don't want to be an Avenger. Do they have maternity leave? Do they have a pension? I have all this student loan debt that I've racked up. Ironic.
Hopefully, New Cap's taken care of.
Right? Yeah, preserve New Cap at all costs.
Hopefully, he ain't got to work at the grocery store during the day and be Cap. Underneath.
Cap at night. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, they talked a lot about that in Falcon and Winter Soldier when he couldn't get a bank loan.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He didn't have income statements, So I like that they're finally carrying over that the storylines from the other shows too, and like making things make sense here. So I think they're doing a good job of making this a really human response.
Ground level.
Yeah, that too. But I mean, her response to becoming a She-Hulk, I feel like it's actually like, I believe it.
Yeah. I think it's one of the shocking things to me, and I guess it's okay. Like, I guess because Hulk is famous now, but Hulk has like been like crazy as hell and just before, but the public perception of a Hulk is not like like people aren't scared. People are like, oh, that's cool, you know.
The big friendly Hulk.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, that's a Hulk. You know, nobody's like
in the bar with her.
Yeah, like nobody's like, oh fuck, like, you know, she might, you know, go crazy. Like everybody's just like, oh my god, it's Hulk, you know.
Yeah.
So that's like an interesting like parallel because I don't know. I guess the media, the power of the media, huh?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, but.
And I just realized too, sorry, for the part where the jury would find a bias in them, that's the whole reason they declared a mistrial. That part would actually happen, I think.
Oh, really?
Yes, I would agree with that part.
Really?
I mean, favoritism, she saved their lives. You can't forget that.
Yeah.
So yeah, the jury's tainted.
Wow.
So yes.
Good.
They could
Good
do
on
it.
Marvel doing that whole,
Yeah.
like,
They're crossing their T's and dotting their I's in this show for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're at the part where they were taking shots and then she-hulked down and pulled a U and just fell and crashed and just, you know, that was funny. That was like one of the funniest parts. Like it was sad. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there either wasn't enough time for her laid off scene to find a job, or we kind of should have sped it up. I feel like that took the most of like the 30-minute episode, like her being laid off and then trying to find a job and going to her family, you know. And that was a big part to all the way to the end, I guess. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think we spent a lot? Do you think we spent too little of that, or like? I don't mind it if we had more minutes to the show, like it was a 40-minute. You know?
I think I just wanted more of the show. Whether they talked about her getting fired or not longer, I don't know that it needed that. I think it was fine for what it was. It kind of, now that I know that, you know, pay attention to the background, it shows you like the desperation. I mean, that show's kind of a time lapse. You know, you don't go to 10 interviews in a day. That was a decent amount of time that it passed, you know?
Okay.
And it's just, I feel like if you've ever been fired, you know that feeling.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For a while.
Yeah.
Nothing's hidden. You like.
Right, you're trying to figure out and get back on your feet because you know bills are coming.
Yeah.
You know, and she lives in a nice part of LA with a beautiful home, so.
Hey, unemployment, She-Hulk. You better call a friend, dial on a friend.
Even at some point.
Go to Mexico. Bruce got a hangout out there, man.
Right.
No rent free. He's an adventure.
Right. Hang out there, sure. Yeah. But no, I think it was very realistic in that sense, you know, and her, you know, friend trying to make her feel better or whatever. But I do think it was cool that that's the Easter egg when she's searching online or whatever, when the friend's over and they're trying to figure out like what she's gonna do next or whatever.
Yes.
And she's looking for a fresh start and she's reading the blog.
And Marvel finally did what we've been asking them for since Eternals came out.
Yep.
Like, we're looking at the article, like, all that stuff is cool. Man fights with Metal Claws and Bar Brawl. That was like, But the fact that they finally mentioned, what was his name? Tiamat? Yes. Thank you. It was funny because when you seen it, you was like, that's it. But for me, I was like, I've been wanting this the whole time.
Exactly.
There's a giant statue of a man sticking out the ocean. How the hell nobody is like, I don't get that.
And I think it's great. I really hope this like goes viral and like average fans can read this like in blogs and stuff, because this isn't something people are really gonna stop and examine unless, you know, they're told to or they realize it's something important. But I don't know. Maybe all Marvel fans have been trained that way. I don't know about the average fan. But I'm glad they finally referenced it in some kind of way. I think they heard everybody complaining like, what the hell? Nobody's gonna say anything about this guy. But I guess this really is a world where there isn't. I mean, after Endgame, I guess anything's possible, right?
So do you think humans are just normalized to crazy stuff going on?
They're not even calling it a celestial. They're saying a giant statue of a man sticking out of the ocean. So that implies it could have been dropped there.
Yeah, they don't even know what it is.
Yeah, it could be like a Banksy painting for all they know. You know, Banksy paintings just show up and nobody knows how they got there. Could be the same way. What?
Literally, all this stuff happened with Eternals and nobody knows about it. Like, we know what happens with Eternals, but none of the rest of the MCU don't know.
That's true.
Like,
that is true.
Like, they don't even know. So, like, I don't know how that's, I don't know.
Yeah.
How is Eternals gonna finally connect? I thought they would have tried to do something at the end of the movie. But technically, like, there's a man. Nobody knows that's a celestial.
They don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody has any idea what that is.
Yeah.
And it's not like anybody's gonna stay around and tell them, you know.
Yeah. Actually, I wonder, it would be smart if Val or somebody has something to where they would record. I guess you can't record and see everything, but that whole fucking thing with the Celestials, that was big.
Yeah.
Like, just them battling and stuff or whatever, like, nobody's seen that whole thing.
Right.
You know, so, I don't know. But I love what they did here when they finally, like, mentioned, like, this exists. We've been waiting and asking for that for, like, a minute.
Right. So they're starting to cross over things. I think it's a good thing, too, though.
Yeah.
One of the things I did think was kind of interesting about her family, I don't know, I guess it's all families are different, but their family's kind of dry.
They were very dry.
Yeah, not...
They were a dry family.
I really...
Get some lotion.
Special. No, I mean, like, compared to Kamala Khan's family, they were just so sweet and genuine and,
or
like,
even Black Widow's family.
Yeah.
Like, great family moment.
Yeah.
Marvel's done good with the family. I don't know, maybe they're, like, maybe this is the first time we've seen them. And that's our observation. Maybe they step up later.
It's just, it's an interesting family dynamic. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of all of them, but I don't know. Maybe they'll turn out to be something different later on in the show. What did you think of them?
I mean, I thought they were all pretty dry up, like, other than the dad. Like, I really respected the dad for going out there and checking on her. He was like, yeah, I know we did that out there, but, like, how are you for real? Like, I respect people that care about other people, you know? It's always the me, talk about me people, but for a person to, like, actually want to check and care about you, like, you don't get too many of those in this world.
Ain't that the truth?
You don't get too many of them. So, like, I really love his character so far.
The dad?
Yeah, the dad. Like, that was the biggest thing that stood out to me.
Yeah, when he pulled her aside.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good one. I felt so bad for her at this point, though. Like, all that she's dealing with, and then having to deal with this on top of all of that, like...
Yeah.
Hearing all of that, like, Bruce is the one, you know, she's not the first Hulk, and Bruce is the one that saved millions of people, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, that poor thing. I feel so bad.
Even the Hawkeye mention.
Yeah, he did mention Hawkeye a lot, which was kind of nice. I mean, they're tying things back in. Again, that's kind of nice. Troy said he loved when she transformed. Said, do you think they could date? They're cousins, so I would hope not. But no, that's not happening.
Incest, man.
Blatt said, I love this so far. Maybe they're building for more Avengers. And for Black Widow, or for Widow, and adding her sister into it, plus Hulk and She-Hulk. Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, cause did they mention any Black Widow stuff? They didn't.
Not yet.
But the Hawkeye stuff.
They mentioned Hawkeye, so technically it could tie in.
I wonder, will that tie in? Do you think the Trusted Bros show up here, or like just
Only if they wanted to, but I think it's just pushing it too much. They're already going to show up in Daredevil. They were just in Miss Marvel, kind of, and then Echo.
Yeah, it's like,
they're doing a lot with Daredevil.
We get the Daredevil universe coming.
Yeah, we're like, we know you love Daredevil. Damn, we get the hint.
We get the Daredevil seed.
Right.
Daredevil cinematic universe is coming. Chill.
He's gonna take over.
To me, honestly, I haven't. I'm really hoping that I haven't figured this show out, because I do really want a surprise. Like, maybe I'm asking for too much, but Hulk was a great cameo, and we know Daredevil's gonna be great. But I want to see somebody we don't expect to show up on the show. Because one of our problems with Marvel for a while is, like, you see too much in the trailers.
Yeah.
Like, people breaking stuff down, like, oh, this is Daredevil, oh, this is stuff, you know, they're on the roof, and this is the final scene when they battle. Like, Marvel, like, with the trailers, slowly chill. Like, whatever they did with Loki, oh my god.
Yeah.
Do that again.
Yes.
We didn't know what the hell was gonna happen next week. We thought we knew, but that was, oh my god. And then Kang at the end, they didn't even say nothing. They just, and we was like, so, like, I'm just saying, like, do not, like, I need another Kang level ending, like, or just something that's just like, because nobody said Kang was gonna show up at the end of Loki.
No.
Nobody.
No. Nobody predicted that.
And this man showed up and showed out. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just need another, just a wild card in there. Here you go. You know? Because I feel like, yes, Black Panther is cool, but that's kind of Wakanda, you know? Like, we need something super big, like, in the States, like, before, like, I think we go off to Ant-Man. Like, we know Ant-Man's gonna set it off.
Yeah.
But this is technically the last thing, like, in the New York area, because most of the Avengers are, like, in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
So like by the end of She-Hulk, I need like that something. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Abomination. I mean, what are you predicting? What do you think's gonna happen? Like, why do you say you hope you haven't figured this show out?
I want Val to show up. I'm not gonna lie. I think she's gonna show up.
That'd be a big deal, just to recruit her.
I think Val's gonna show up to get Abomination somehow. I want to see Baron Zemo in the show. If they throw Baron Zemo in here, oh my god.
What would be the tie?
I mean, they already went to a prison. Baron Zemo could be trying to get out. So what if the? Oh my god! I just figured out She-Hulk right now. What if the firm that she's working for?
Defend Zemo?
Huh?
Defend Zemo?
No, what if the firm that she's working for, that too, but what if the firm that she's working for is secretly contracted by Val to get She-Hulk to free like all the supervillains, and that creates the Thunderbolt team?
That would be illegal, but I mean, if the government sanctioned it,
I mean,
I believe it.
I mean, Val said she was government funded, and she already got the Captain America. She got like, she get the Abomination, like.
She got Yelena.
Yeah, like all she needs is like what, like an Iron Man?
Yeah.
Like a Thor or something.
Damn.
I mean, and Baron Zemo show up in it, cause I could see her defending Baron Zemo.
Yeah.
I could see her. And then she starts questioning why am I doing this? And the boss is like, just cause we doing it, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be a twist.
Yeah, what a twist that would be though.
I need a twist. I need to be twist and turn, you know?
I mean, it's been an interesting show so far, and they're doing a lot by even just by mentioning Tiamat and whatnot also.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They're already breaking the fourth wall and breaking down your walls, apparently. Your Marvel walls that you've been putting up.
Could have done without the Hawkeye name drop.
Man.
I was like, alright. Don't want to think about that right now.
Yeah, right. You know what I've noticed she does though?
What?
She very much like she did it with Bruce and then she did it with her dad, where she literally just kind of like word vomits, for lack of a better term, and says everything without letting other people like they're like, oh well, you know, blah blah, and she's like, no, blah blah blah, blah, like finishes her thought and goes on to the next one. That's like a habit of hers.
Yeah, she just spills.
Yeah, she just keeps going. Like she just, like I said, word vomits. It's kind of like the best way to say it. And it's not like an annoying thing. It's just, I wonder if that's going to play like a, I don't know, it's going to be a thing.
What do you think is going to make her snap? Like, there's got to be something that's going to make her like just lose.
Honestly, man, like this episode kind of, up until she finally got hired back, like during the whole like not being hired or being fired situation, I'm just like, man, that was depressing. That's like not fun. I felt bad for her. I'm like, how have you not snapped?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, how have you not snapped? I mean, being at a bar and it's like, you want another one? It's like, nope, balling on a budget now. From a lawyer making 6 figures, maybe even 7. I don't know how good of a lawyer she was before.
Yeah. To,
I'm balling on a budget for a beer, you know?
It's not life. It's not life.
Yeah, but it was her rock bottom, and then, you know, this guy shows up and says, hey, I got a job for you. So.
He looked like he with the government, man.
He really does. He looks like Thunderbolt's cousin.
Don't he? Like, I'm just saying, like, he got the look, like, perfectly. Like, you look like you got sanctioned, you know. Put some money in your pocket to do some things.
Yeah. Trey said, just imagine if she was in some of the Avengers, but do you think they could be real building up a new one with the new people?
I mean, they're trying to. They're trying to. They're slowly assembling them. And the main thing that we loved about this show was that they brought the Hulk in.
Yeah,
and like gave us that like, and like honestly right now I feel like it's cool for like, all right, by episode 3 now we're really gonna see like how like Jennifer does alone, like as a character, you know. So like I'm looking forward to like seeing Jennifer by herself, because from what we know we think the Hulk is gone.
Yeah.
So she's gonna stand on her own 2 feet, and she's been doing it so far. So I'm looking forward to seeing like the 3rd episode, just her, and it might not even just be her. It might be Abomination and Daredevil, you know. But I think they're really doing a good job at like building her up versus setting her up like Kate Bishop, man.
Oh, 100%. They just threw Kate Bishop at us, and we're like, why?
Start caring about her now.
Yeah, you mentioned that I think last week, that they brought in Bruce from the beginning, which is what we needed, versus just throwing Kate Bishop at us for 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And us being like, what the hell? We don't really like this character. And then bringing in Hawkeye.
Come on.
You know,
the show's called Hawkeye.
Yeah, they started the right way this time.
Yeah.
And can I just say, I love how she walked in and ran right into the door.
Remind you of somebody?
You know, I know the pain. That was just funny.
That's funny. First day running into doors, man. That's funny.
Happens to the best of us.
But yeah, that's just crazy to imagine. Like how you said, I was just thinking about that. Like, top lawyer making money, then just snapped from your job like that. She got snapped. It's like she just lost her job. Like,
right.
It was a wrap. Like, at the end of the day, you gotta learn to like monetize yourself and take your skills, you know, elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
that's a whole different, you know, spill. But how would you feel? Like, put yourself in that position. Like, you're Jennifer Walters, and you finally got this job, but you have to defend somebody that your cousin like was beefing with. You know, like, how would you feel in her shoes? Like,
she did the right thing by calling and having a conversation with the cousin. That's what I would have done too. But it just kind of depended on like where they were at, I guess. I don't know that every person's gonna get lucky enough to have a cousin that had made amends with, you know, the other guy that they thought that was a superhero, superhuman, whatever you want to call him, like him. But if you're lucky enough to have that, then I thought it was great the way he supported her, you know. Whether it's part of a bigger plan of his to make her trick everybody, I guess, into thinking that he's not angry, I guess, anymore, he can control it, or not. And he's doing a good job of that. So it seemed genuine.
I think he's doing a really great job acting Abomination.
I didn't see the first Hulk movie, so this is my first time with him, but I like it so far.
He's doing a really great job at acting. A lot of people saying he's deceiving people, just trying to get out of jail. I mean, hey, let that man free. I mean, he made a lot of valid points.
Right.
He was, you know, paid by the government, and you know, he had to do what he had to do. You know.
Yeah.
And it's cool that Bruce is like really like okay with it. Like that was one of the biggest takeaways for me. Like, when Bruce is like, you know what?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, man, you know.
I mean, it's good because he's like, I'm a whole new person. That was a lifetime ago. I don't even know that guy anymore. I'm a whole new person. I mean, I know it was referencing that Edward Norton's not the Hulk anymore, and it's kind of like making a joke on that. But I mean, it also fit really well for his character and him with the whole Zen thing and haikus and all of that. So I think it serves the Hulk. Like it went really well. It's good writing to tie all of it together. And
it also answered a few questions for me because I was always wondering what the MCU was gonna do as far as like regarding to like the other Hulk. Like, were they gonna say he was a variant? Like, they could have easily said he was a variant. Yeah, they really could have, and they just extended it instead. Yeah, they just said no, not a variant, same person. You know, so you know, it's like why him and not others? Yeah, like I just love how they're able to like kind of fix their mistakes. Like as each show they put out, they fix the mistakes that people complain about, talk about. Those have to be the aha moments in the Marvel pitch meetings or whatever for these movies, where it's like, oh yes, we can go back and tie that in now. I'm telling you, we can fix. Like I bet you the Shang-Chi 10 rings to fix the the Mandarin reveal. Like that was like probably an epic moment for them because man, that was awful. I love Trevor and I love what they did with him in Shang-Chi, but man, in Iron Man, I'm like, that's it, really? Yeah, like everybody. How people like, still were interested after that? They redeemed that man, like in a way like nobody would have thought. I really feel like Marvel just goes to the comment section on like Twitter and like see what people are saying. What? Well, this don't make sense. This don't make sense. And I'm like, all right, Kevin. So we got an idea for the show. Let's just address this and you know, so people can start like. And like I think it's a good idea. I think you don't always have to like super listen to the fans. Yeah. But I think it's like cool that they like see certain stuff and they're like, all right, let's address this here. It's fan service. I mean, it keeps people coming back. It keeps people watching. Yeah. They do like a really good job at like fan service and like actually telling stories. They do. They really do. Can I just tell you how beautiful her office is? Man, skyscraper. I was like, when I used to want a corner office and that was the dream, I mean, man. Mini fridge. Your own little bar fridge. I mean, homegirl got a new dress on. Right. Like, she went shopping just for this job. Oh, man. Yeah. But yeah, that office is like pretty cool. I noticed she was the only female there. Right. Do you think she was a diversity hire? You mean the paralegal or She-Hulk? She-Hulk. She was a superhuman hire. He literally hired her just to be the superhuman division, you know? Yeah, because literally she was the only girl there working. Like, they showed the board meeting office. earlier, it was just nothing but a bunch of, you know.
That's probably intentional. It's
yeah.
a male-dominated industry still. It's a good boys club. All the partners are men. Yeah, so.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
What did you think of Pud, the coworker?
Well, he's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. He's a little weird, but I've seen guys like him. But I mean, maybe he like got the hots for She-Hulk. I don't know what his thing is, but I mean, I think he's trying to help, but just in my eyes, he's a little weird.
The poopy map was a little much.
Yeah, I think he could turn. I don't know.
Really?
I think that, I don't know. I feel like we haven't figured out the real story yet.
You think he's sus?
Yeah, I feel like ever since she's got the job, now we're gonna start like figuring out shady stuff that the company's doing or something. And they're gonna try to bring her in. And by the end, she's gonna stand up and leave, and you know, I just think that's what, because I feel like we watched 2 episodes, but we really haven't gotten to like what's the real story we're trying to tell here, you know? Because we figured out how she became She-Hulk. Now it's like, all right, now what?
What do you think if they were to do like a double reveal with this show? Like, what if they conclude the Abomination trial with him getting off, and then Val showing up to recruit him and taking him, and that's like episode 4 or 5, and then later on you get some type of like Daredevil reveal or something else. What do you think something like that could happen? Maybe that's why it's a longer.
I think that's what's gonna happen, but I really don't want this show to like be about other people too much, you know. Like we love the cameos, we love they mentioning this and that, but like I really want to see a She-Hulk story at the end of the day. Like, yeah, cameos and stuff is cool, but like I really want to see like what She-Hulk is going through in her own story. Yeah.
And I think we will, like with all the dating stuff. I think that's like, it's gonna show a good transition of going from like the not unconfident kind of like meek, whatever kind of personality that she had before that was, you know, it's like she said, she's like, I'm always angry, but what did she say? I'm always controlling it. I'm always making sure like I'm good and, you know, whatever. But now you're seeing another side. She gets to see another side where everybody's like, oh my God, She-Hulk's beautiful. She's this, she's that. Like, it's a whole different like, confidence boost for her. And I think it's going to show a lot of that emotion. It's done a good job of that so far. And she's been very authentic about it. Like, when she was talking about her dad, and she's like, I'm not okay, but I'm okay with not being okay. Yeah. Like, she's very good at talking through her feelings and emotions. And I think the show's doing a good job of making sure that that's, like, present, you know? Yeah, they are doing a really great job at that. Like I'm loving the story so far, and I'm hearing sources telling us we're not gonna even see Titania until episode 5. Really? Yeah, that's what Emergency Awesome was saying. But see, stuff like that makes me think like, what's the story going? But I mean, it's still too early. It's still too early to judge right now. But I just don't want She-Hulk to get overshadowed by the cameos. You know, like I really want this to like be a story of like, all right, what's she get into? You know, like I'm kind of glad they sent Bruce away. You know. Because I want to see how she does on her own. Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I think we will too. I think she's probably... I want to know if she stays with this law firm. Because it's unfortunate that, like, a lot of lawyers get the bad rap of, like, being good at lying or being, like, sleazy type of thing. And he's personifying that in this episode, her boss, when he's like, you know, tell Bob Thompson he's going to Minneapolis just because I know he hates cold weather. He's not really doing it, just tell him he is. Like, just to be a dick. Yeah. And I mean, lawyers I don't think they're that sleazy, just, you know, whatever. But I want to know how her good, like, personality and good nature and good, like, seems like a good-hearted spirit, I guess. Yeah. I wanted to see how she deals with that. You know, was she going to stay there and put up with that? Or, I mean, she's not really paying attention to it here, and I know it's her first day, but it's just, that's not something that would really fly with me, and I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how she evolves, her personality and her character, too. Okay. So, I don't know. I just thought that was an interesting part, too. Yeah, to me, the boss just looks shady, man. Just, like, I don't know. It's just, people have, like, just shady faces sometimes. Right? You know, like, he just looks shady. Like, as soon as he hired her, he's like, you're gonna do this, you don't got a job. Like, one of those guys, like, dang, bruh, like, I just got here. Like, I'm not that desperate, but, I mean, I guess for her, she was that, you know, desperate. I mean, I won't say desperate, but... It's the only job hiring you, and he is like, if Emil Blonsky is being backed by the Thunderbolts and the government, that came with a huge nice little price check or price point, you know. So it obviously looks like a top law firm to be able to have all that
Yeah.
space in those kind of offices.
That's true.
They represent the big client, so I have
Yeah.
no doubt it's probably a government contract, like you were saying.
So you definitely think this is all a ploy to get She-Hulk to represent him, so it looks good. Because I think in the grand scheme in the court, people are gonna be like, "Wow, She-Hulk represented him, and he must be turned
100%,
around."
that's what I was just gonna tell you. Isn't the whole point of the Thunderbolts to kind of make people doubt the Avengers a little bit? Like they're the not bad Avengers, like the dark Avengers.
I think what they're going for is like they're their own like private team, like for just not so Avenger stuff. Yeah, like Suicide Squad. Like,
yeah, because I mean, if she successfully gets him off the hook, you can campaign on that. Like, you know, follow the Thunderbolts or whatever, or support the Thunderbolts because She-Hulk represented him, you know?
Yeah.
So the Avengers back him if she's an Avenger, which obviously
he was with Wong.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm so interested if Wong's backing him, you know? Did he have everybody fooled? Or is he just genuinely a good person now?
Yeah.
You know, is it going to be one of those, oh, he gets off and then he's like, oh, thank you, and then he meets with Val and he's like, I can't believe they fell for it, type
I'm
of
out.
thing. Yeah, like, what's my first assignment, you know?
Fuck this in.
Something,
I'm out.
yeah. So I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see the way that they do reveal that, though.
We'll see. So are you convinced by his jig so far, or do you think something's up? Abomination?
Oh, Abomination?
Yeah.
No, I really think something's up. I think they've all figured out a way to master like their own like Zen version of themselves. Because obviously Bruce did it first. She was like naturally from the beginning able to do it, and then he's obviously figured something out. So
yeah.
I mean, that's cool, but I don't know. I don't know where they're gonna go with his plot. Because if Wong wasn't in there, it wouldn't trip me up. I'd be like, oh, he's obviously going to be the bad guy at the end. But Wong's a good person.
Yeah.
If Wong is there to defend him, which, you know, he's been working with him, obviously, then, you know, maybe Wong's just being called in as a witness. But then later on, she's, I think, defending Wong, too, because of a sorcerer in the episode.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If they do 3 episodes per case, they have the Wong one, they have Abomination, they have that one girl. I don't remember her name or who she is, but they've shown her in the previews. So if they do the 3 cases,
Titania?
No, not Titania. She's in a tank top. She looks like Ellen Page. Yeah, they showed that one, like scenes from that one. If they do the 3 episodes per 3 case, like each case, then it'll make sense. But I don't. If they do too many cases, it might get confusing. I don't know. But
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I just hope it don't get too confusing, and I just hope she don't get like overshadowed, you know, because like taking the cases is cool, but I want to know, like, is it just you taking a case for other heroes show, or is it your story, and like is there something going on, you know? I'm even curious, like, what happens after this? Is she still a lawyer, or is she just She-Hulk on the Avengers, you know? Like, cause honestly, I feel like there's gonna be something shady going on in the department. Spoiler alert, I'm about to spoil She-Hulk for you guys. She's gonna get fed up, and there's gonna be something shady going on in the department, and she's gonna end up just leaving, or just starting her own firm. You know.
Oh.
You know, kind of like she's gonna be the leader of the superhero. She's gonna represent superheroes, but like kind of on her own thing, and maybe like her and Daredevil will like collaborate or something like that. Cause he's a lawyer too.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So I don't know. I don't know if she just wants to be She-Hulk or an Avenger though. I mean, I guess we'll see. Cause like. Right now, it's like that whole like I don't want to be an Avenger, I want to be a hero. So it's kind of like signaling like she's gonna accept being a hero. You know? That's just what I see so far.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's leaning towards that for sure. I was gonna ask, what did you think of his performance? Like, what do you think of the whole scene where she's talking to him and he's telling the story of, you know, I was all known to the government, they gave me that super soldier serum, I didn't really want to do it, type of thing. Like, what did you think about all that? I
mean, it sounds like a pitch. Definitely sounds like a pitch. That's why I said he gives me Zemo vibes. Like just
Wanda vibes. Keep going.
Like just saying whatever he gotta say, you know, to like just get out. Cause that's the same thing Zemo did. Like he sold Bucky a story to get out. Like this fool got out and did what the hell he wanted. Like, you know, along with their plans. You know, so it's like he just reminds me like. Just like that.
So always what's best for him.
Yeah, he's got like it just seems like he got an ulterior motive, like, you know. I don't know. That was just my first observation.
It reminded me a lot of Wanda in Multiverse of Madness, where he's explaining like, I blew up, I was contracted by the government. They wanted me to go after your cousin who was tearing up a city, and he destroyed a city. And yet, when Endgame happened, now he's a hero. The world loves him, and he's a hero, and he's out there, and I'm in here. That doesn't seem very fair, right? Remember, that's how Wanda explained it too. Like, I use magic and blah, 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 blah to get, like, that doesn't seem fair, does it? So it's kind of like that same storyline, just in this, obviously, this story version.
Yeah.
Which I think is good. I think they're doing a good way of retelling that story in this version of it.
Yeah.
I'm just, like I said, I'm curious to see how it's going to turn out. Like, is he truly this good person now, or is he still going to stay the character he was?
I mean, because he has every right to be mad. Like, he was hired by the government to do this, and now he's in jail. Yeah. Like, he's not even front. Like, he's Russian,
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. He has every right to be like, fuck this. When I get out, I'm fucking everybody up, Like, he has every right to, like, just go ham.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't blame him. That's why I say, like, he has, like how you just said, he has, like, a very valid case.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which I didn't really expect, but, like, when you put it like that, it's like...
Yeah, it's like your cousin did it, and yet now he's a hero. It's just like, I get it. I feel it. But then she goes back into lawyer, like the parole board is still going to need to hear your, hear that emotion type of thing.
Haikus he's written. Aww. He's expecting Easter sorrow. He's like,
Right.
Which one? That's what I was saying. Like, he's definitely like just on some other stuff, man. Like, I loved him this whole time.
Yeah, he was a great character for this. I mean, they're doing a great job of bringing in, I think we were talking about that too, bringing in bigger actors for the shows, like Vera Farmiga, Ethan Hawke. I mean, that was crazy. Yeah. And I can't think of his real name.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, I can't. But, I mean, they're doing a great job of bringing these people into the shows, even bringing Daredevil, into the show at some point, if it's really him or if it's a version who. What if that turns out to just be like another version of Daredevil, or somebody like pretending to be Daredevil maybe?
Who knows?
I doubt it, but it'd be interesting.
It's crazy, and like I'm still trying not to get caught up into where we're at in the timeline, but like, yes, She-Hulk is going on, but like, I still want to know what the hell is going on.
With what?
Like the whole multiverse. Like, Kang died and stuff changing. Like I just really wish they didn't introduce us to that concept so early. And Loki. Like, I wish Loki would have came out like maybe at the end of the year or something. Like, just because, like...
Yeah, because you didn't need it for Eternals. You didn't need it for Black Widow, and you didn't need it for Hawkeye. But when would you have released it? Because Hawkeye was a Christmas one. Eternals was scheduled for November.
I mean, I'm really thinking right now, after all the stuff we've seen... Well, I'm guessing they said something happened. Something was able to happen because... so I was hearing... There was like a rumor... what was her name? Miss Marvel. She was able to travel back in time and do that stuff because Arcane wasn't keeping control of the timeline, the TVA. So that was like a rumor.
Oh, there was no TVA in that multiverse. Oh.
Yeah.
So the TVA is under multiverses. No, he created each multiverse, didn't he?
Yeah. Or he created he's been like dictating the universe that we've seen.
So he dictates what happens in each of the universes, but the TVA was only created in his universe as the like sacred timeline universe, correct?
He won.
The others still existed.
Yeah, he won the multiversal war. That's why the stuff we seen was the sacred timeline. But he's gone now. So now like all the timelines are like allegedly behind the scenes. So like with the Hulk traveling out of space and stuff, I'm like, all right.
How does that happen and him not get pruned?
I mean, no, I know why. Just because we don't have the same Kang that was running stuff. Like, I think Ant-Man, that's when we're going to see the first Kang that's, like, kind of, like, in the lead to, like, winning.
Our main MCU wasn't the He Who Remains Kang?
It was, yeah.
So technically the TVA should exist to be able to prune Hulk Is it just that they're too busy trying to figure out everything else?
Yeah,
okay,
they're busy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, I feel like we didn't even have to watch that to that. Like, we could have saved this to the end of the year. The Loki story.
But where? Because you had Hawkeye. Hawkeye had to be a December one. So maybe it could have been in the beginning of the year where Moon Knight was.
It could have came out after this, honestly.
But it had to. That's the only way you could even explain Multiverse of Madness, though.
That's
Otherwise,
true.
it doesn't make sense.
That is true. Yeah. Yep. That is true. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. But it just.
Come at some point before that.
Yeah.
Maybe in March when Moon Knight came out, right before it. Maybe that would.
I guess I'm guessing Quantumania is gonna be the first time we see the effects of like.
Of Loki.
Yeah. It just to me it's kind of been irking me, like, you know, like we haven't seen, like, I'm glad the TMS stuff is like being addressed, but it's like something that big you would kind of expect, like the shows is coming out, especially when they say like we're in 2024 or 23, like.
Well, this is supposed to happen right after Shang-Chi. Because you see in the clip at the end of this episode that Abomination's fighting, that just happened. Like, that's breaking news. So that had just happened right after the events of Shang-Chi. Mm-hmm. So at least we know that much.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where else. Like,
we don't know where. Yeah.
I do wish they had like a giant. Like, if Marvel just had like Marvel.com and all it was the timeline, everybody would always refer to it.
Where year are we at?
Yeah.
Like, can y'all please put 2024? You know, like, just tell us.
Yeah, when everything happens, what order, all of that. That would be lovely.
They're gonna watch this and like go back and like, oh yeah, let's add it in and you know, Echo.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Echo, we're gonna address the timeline.
Echo addresses everything.
Yeah, that's what you guys want. So when I seen this ship reveal that Hulk was gone to space, I was like, oh shit. I was like,
that's a big deal.
I was like, I don't know where they finna go from here.
But damn.
He's going back to Sakaar. Wow. I wonder. I don't know. I think he's still under contract. Like as their champion. Like when he went to Sakaar the first time. I think it was in Age of Ultron where he was in the jet, and then they was telling him to come back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the next time we see him is in Ragnarok.
Yeah. And he was their champion. He was straight Hulk for 2 years.
But what, did he just get mad? Because he left, it chilled out in the ship. Or was he mad in the ship?
What do you mean?
You know, like Super Rage Hulk, essentially, is what I mean.
Oh, you talking about when he left
because in Ragnarok, he was Rage Hulk.
Yeah. When he left the ship, he was like sad. Like he just didn't want to come back. You know.
Interesting.
But he ended up being a Sakaar for 2 years and being their champion. So I'm wondering if like he's still under contract with them or something. Just like they feel like, yo, nah, bro.
That would make sense.
Like they've been pulling up on him, like, yo, Hulk, we see you out here in Mexico. Nice bar, bro. Yeah, we got some business to take care of. They like the alien mafia,
right?
Hey Hulk, hey, you doing it big, bro? You got a beach out here and everything. Yeah, come with us, bro.
Let's go. Yeah. We let you off the hook for Endgame, like, but it's time to come back.
Where the hell is NASA? Like, just like,
government don't care about space anymore.
I swear to God, like these men, like She-Hulk and Hulk was driving down the road going on vacation, big ass spaceship. What's up, Hulks?
Right.
We got both y'all. What's good? Where the heck? Like that's what I'm saying. The humans must be really comfortable with just all kinds of stuff that went to the
spaceships.
Oh my God.
Yeah, all that. All
snapped, unsnapped, celestials, no celestials.
Humans have experienced a lot by this point.
I swear to God.
So.
I swear,
it's been a long time since Iron Man said I am Iron Man.
I swear, if you born in the MCU, you like, okay, anything is possible.
Right.
You're like, I'm just keep an open mind. That's what they teach kids at school. All right, you're gonna see a lot of stuff. Just keep an open mind and, yep, what's going on? Don't freak out. This is cool. We got Avengers and heroes. Yeah. We're all gonna save it. I would like to see a human-based show, honestly. Like do a Darcy, Jimmy Choo, and like some other characters. Like just give us some like we need a human ground report.
That would be pretty cool.
Like a Ned, give us a Ned show. Like how do people feel about all this? Like I just want, and I just really want like a human, because it's a lot of crazy stuff that's been going on.
Right. I mean, just give me the real way of like how people are reacting, what people think. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You know?
Like I think it's kind of necessary at this point because we've kind of gotten like a lot of like with this episode when the spaceship came and got Hulk, I was just like, all right.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was like, all right, Come on.
I mean, she obviously
Where's the
doesn't know
Soviet Accords? Like,
She doesn't know what happened though. She has no idea.
no, I'm saying she don't, but I'm just saying the fact that an alien spaceship just came here and boop.
But nobody saw it.
That's what I'm saying. Where is NASA? Like, you would think, like, just...
The Avengers have to be like the new NASA. What's NASA gonna do? NASA is not gonna protect the skies. They study the space. They study space.
I'm just saying, like, all this stuff happens and it's just like, okay, all right, cool. Like, even at the end of Eternals, the fact that people weren't freaking out that a big old, like, alien thing just grabbed two people and left.
Yeah, Arishem. Yeah, that's true.
Like, this is what I'm saying.
Celestial, but yeah, Arishem, that should have been recorded.
I need a human report. I need somebody that was there and like
what if they did? See, that would be genius if that also like trended. Like she's looking up information on Abomination, obviously, in Shang-Chi, and then also trending is woman, two people, two civilians grabbed by a space alien thing, whatever, and you see like a
Where are
video
the Avengers?
like a social media version video of it. That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, honestly, I think like maybe in Captain America, the new Captain America, we'll see something like they're like humans on the ground, like saying, "Where are the Avengers? Like they're supposed to help us," and like all the humans are mad and fed up that the Avengers aren't like around. Yeah. And that could be like some. That could be honestly that would be a cool twist if like Avengers, like the Kang Dynasty, if that like I don't know if Marvel got the guts to do this.
Where everybody follows Kang and loses faith in the Avengers.
Yes. And everybody's trying to take down the event, like us as humans. Like we're trying.
That would be badass.
Like, oh my god.
Oh damn.
Like you.
But they could because they're doing all those. Thanos was right. So and so was right.
Yep.
Because Gore was right.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
And you got the Hercules and all them folk dudes trying to come down and like show humans who the gods, So it's like they're kind of like I don't know. It might be another civil war, like, and it might be human versus like the gods or I don't know. We'll see.
That would be really interesting.
We'll see.
We'll see. Wow, I never even thought of that. That's brilliant.
Cut the check, Marvel.
Right? You just wrote it. Right the alternate universe.
Sign your boy, man.
Man.
But I get this episode a 4 out of 5. I feel like it was too short. I enjoyed it all the way through. Like you said, you was getting very, very comfortable. Like you was like, oh.
I figured out why too. She's laying on the couch at the end of that episode,
you're like, oh.
Feet up, and I did the exact same thing. As soon as I did it, it's the end of the episode. I was
like what the hell?
A little mad about that. Still salty.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get like 40-minute episode. 40 minutes isn't asking too much.
I don't think so.
Come on, like this was a good episode. First episode was really great. I'm really excited for episode 3 to see how she can kind of carry the show without Bruce. What would you give it? What are your
4.
reactions?
I give it a 4. That's fair.
4 out of 5?
4 out of 5.
10, right?
No, out of 5.
All right.
Yeah.
Just quick, like just review. Like, what did you ultimately feel about it?
I love the tone
Step
of
up,
the
step
show.
down.
I love the tone of the show. I think it's unfortunately starting to get a little short and a little underwhelming, and they need to bring in either some action or more story that makes us care a little bit more. Because I don't really care about the family. No. I care about her and her character. I cared about Bruce, but he out.
Yep. Okay.
He busy. So they gotta make me care a little bit more. I don't want them to lose. I'm gonna watch all the episodes, but I'm saying the average person, I don't know if you lose interest.
Yeah. I think, unfortunately, the downfall with a Hulk show or Hulk anything, you can't have a Hulk in anything with no action or just a Hulk moment.
Yeah.
Like just So I feel like this episode was really lacking like a Hulk moment or just like her throwing something or just like, because she was very cool Hulk the whole time.
I think we're going to see her like that most of the time. Yeah. I think it's going to take us a minute to see her angry Hulk out.
And that's why, like with Loki, every episode like was some kind of action. Yeah. Something was action, So and I feel like definitely for a Hulk show, there has to be some kind of action. Like, she has to like, because we've been wanting to see the Hulk for a long time. Really? Now that we see him, we want to see him like Hulk stuff. Yeah,
Hulk stuff.
Like
Hulk smash.
Just Hulk out every episode. We won't be mad. Like just.
Yeah.
I know she learned how to be Hulk fast, but like, you know, let's get some more Hulk out moments while we can, you know. Like,
yeah. Well, she can't really do that now. It'd be a pure liability.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen her when she Hulk.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. What do you think?
Yeah. Like I said, I give it a 4 out of 5. Looking forward to episode 3, but I don't know. I think Hulk leaving Earth, Thor. Wait, where's Thor right now? Did he leave? Where?
He left.
Thor's a dad now. Thor's a dad.
We don't know that.
Thor's a dad. He's raising love or whatever her name is. What's her name?
Thor. I don't know why I thought you said Hulk. Yes, Thor was raising love. That's why I was like, you don't know that yet. Yes, you are 100% right. Yes, Thor.
Yeah, like, I don't know. We kind of looking thin out here, man. Like, because really, if you think about the only Avengers team, you're thinking about Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Because Wong is the only one that has, like, even Doctor Strange is gone.
He busy.
He's
not the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is like, appreciate that, bro. I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be Sorcerer Supreme. I'm gonna just be out. I'm on vacation.
Everybody still thinks it's me, so you go do the hard stuff, and I'm just Doctor Strange.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I don't know. It is looking really, really thin for everybody. Like, and it's very interesting to see like where things are going, because like they even said like Ant-Man's a superstar now, and like he's got a podcast, he's doing movies and stuff like that. So like everybody's really separate doing their own thing. So like the next big event, like Captain Marvel just teleported here and left again. Like, you know,
Shocking.
Like, I mean, I guess Cap is here.
Yeah.
But Cap against Kang or not.
Yeah, Cap, Hawkeye, both Hawkeyes.
This man soft retired. Like, he don't know if he want to be with his family or go save the world. Which one is it?
He don't know.
Yeah, he don't know.
That's funny.
But we appreciate y'all tuning in with us. Any closing comments you want to address? Anything interesting? Nope, nothing at all.
No, I'm looking forward to next week's episode.
I'm looking forward to next week. I said next week. Next week's episode. Hope you guys are looking forward to next week's episode as well. She-Hulk, keep the great content coming. And we're going to be back with it out here next week in these live streets with another raw, real reaction of She-Hulk episode 3 out of 9. We got 6 more episodes to go. Actually 7, because we haven't seen the 3rd yet. But
you're right.
I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait. And I appreciate you guys tuning in, rocking in with the stream. I'm still soft retired from 2K until 2K23 comes out, so enjoying my retirement. I'm feeling real good. But we're growing, and I'm just thankful and grateful that you guys are on this journey with me. Let's reach 1,000, man. We almost there. Let's get it. Let's reach 1,000. Tell a friend and tell a friend to come like and sub and share all of my content, and we'll keep growing. Stay positive. Always try to be the best person you can be. You can be what or whoever you want to be. Just look at me and Sims, wherever the hell he is, loafing around somewhere. But we'll catch you guys next week. You guys stay up, stay not to say stay peace. stay positive. And we'll catch you guys on the next stream. Peace.